Eom Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
After all the celebrations of Christmas and the New Year, it is now back to business. And the password is hard work and smart work. Let's go. Work, work, and work. Hello there. It's a beautiful day to you, and many thanks indeed for joining us. This is the Eom Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. You're watching the very first episode for the year 2019, and this is again saying a prosperous new year to you. On today's package of the program, we shall be interfacing with select industry operators about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. Also on the lineup is Spot On, and we have Aziz Alatoye, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Ascension Consulting Services, a company that stands for integrity. And on the face-to-face is another industry captain, Augustine Ebose, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of one of the fastest growing insurance companies in Nigeria, Anchor Insurance Company. It's a package you must see. Sit back as we bring you the details. I am Olorogu Elkanah Mawarin. This is an amazing job opening, media television marketing, a university or polytechnic degree in marketing or mass communications, XNYC, good looks, good spoken English, marketing experience, between 22 and 40 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall or more, 250,000 naira per month, a car and a driver. If the cap fits, then send your CV to eombusinessnk@yahoo.com. Do you need a company that is competent in delivering best-in-class trust services through a client-focused approach? Then STL TRUSTEES Limited is your ideal partner. STL TRUSTEES Limited is a leading and multiple award-winning trust company in Nigeria. It prides itself as a professional, efficient, and reliable trustee and funds portfolio management company committed to delivering cutting-edge trust solutions to the specific needs of its esteemed clients. Its services include bond trusteeship for government and corporate institutions, trust of collective investment schemes, ROEITs, debenture and real estate trusts, endowments and foundations, estate planning, nominee services, funds and portfolio management, among other related advisory services. Come over to STL TRUSTEES Limited, 30 Skybank Building, 3rd floor, Marina, Lagos, Nigeria. Telephone 01-271-8821, 081-033-85944, or log on to www.stltrustees.com. STL TRUSTEES Limited, service built on trusts. Let us begin with health matters. According to reports in the Nigerian health sector, about 73% of deaths in the country are heart-related, and this is expected to increase unless urgent and adequate measures are taken to addressing the situation. In line with this development, Chief Executive Officer of NWILOH Heart Foundation, Jonathan Nwilo, has given insights on improving heart problems in Nigeria.
Our mission, is to be a source of hope to indigents who need corrective life-saving surgeries, to be able to offer them financial assistance, financial aid, and also to train the general lay public as well as health professionals on emergency cardiovascular resuscitation and counseling those who have had disease and need some guidance on how to cope and live, with their diseases. So that, in a nutshell, is really our mission, and our vision is that we'll be a leading advocate for care of patients with heart disease and be able to help them improve through advocacy, with government and other private stakeholders, improve their access and ability to receive this life-saving advanced care.
Now to business matters. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of STL TRUSTEES Limited, Fumi Ekundayo, spoke to EOM Business Network News correspondent in Lagos on some of the effective ways to surmounting challenges in the Nigerian business operating environment.
From time to time, in any business environment, there are bound to be challenges, environmental challenges, political challenges, name it. But you would agree with me that inherent in those challenges are also opportunities. So for us at STL Trustees, we've tried as much as we can to look outside of those challenges, to rather look out for the opportunities that we can find in those challenges with a view to still creating value to our different stakeholders. And that is what has been sustaining us. We are also a very innovative organization. We believe that there are no two trust transactions that are similar. Every transaction comes with its own inherent, unique features that will require a real competent trust firm like STL to handle. And we have been able to, over the years, instill that confidence in our clients to the effect that we can continually protect their interests, hold their hands through their transactions seamlessly and successfully. That has also stood us out and has helped us to withstand the challenges within the operating environment.
In a related development, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of HESGES Synergy Nigeria Limited, Barrister Adetunji Adegboye, spoke on the uniqueness of its offers towards sustainable growth of businesses in the country.
What makes HESGES Synergy and what we do unique and different is this. I say this. If you go to the bank, for instance, you need the microfinance banks that could give you maybe as low as 50,000. Oh, by the way, let me point out, our minimum investment fund in HESGES Synergy is 50,000. So for someone that need as little as 50,000 to develop his or her business, we can fund that business for you, 50,000. That's the minimum, and then you grow up like that. Now, the same person can go to a microfinance bank and say, I need 50,000 for my business. What is then the difference between going there and then coming to HESGES Synergy, being part of the network? The difference and the unique factor and point is this. For the bank or anybody that you go to can give you the money and say, go and do whatever you want to do with it, and that's it. And when there is time to repay that money, you do not have the money to repay, they will come at you with everything, gun, cutlass, and everything. In the law firm, we also do recovery for banks, and we know you go at them with everything. But that's different with HESGES Synergy. For HESGES Synergy, we are a part of your business. Because one of the things we do is that we own a stake in the business, no matter how little the amount we're putting in the business is. And then we grow that business with you. Every business has a business manager that monitors the growth of that business. So when there's a need for expansion, when there's need for more funds, we can see it because your business is our business. We want the business to succeed, because if you don't succeed, we don't get our money, because we don't take interest on the money we invest in the business. What we do is that we build the business together, we run the business together, and then we share profit with you. So you find out that you find almost nobody doing that. Everybody just want to give you, okay, even if we're giving you money, we'll give you money, then return our money with interest, however you want to get it, whatever is happening to your business, they're not interested. So that's one unique factor about HESGES Synergy.
And that is the EOM Business Network News. Ascension Consulting Services. What do you call a company that specializes in the provision of first-class tax and regulatory services? An assemblage of experts that pride itself in its capacity to deliver professional, value-adding, proactive, and practical consultancy services specifically designed to meet the needs and objectives of its target clients. We are Ascension Consulting Services. We have an enviable local and international tax knowledge, as well as strong ties with the Federal Inland Revenue Services, the Nigerian State Revenue Boards and Services, among other related bodies, to give optimum innovative solutions across all spectrums of tax, regulatory, and people service matters. Welcome to Ascension Consulting Services, 3B Bosun Adekoya Street, Lekki Phase 1, Lagos State, Nigeria. Telephone 01-700-1006. We are Ascension Consulting Services. Christopher Nwatu is Director, CHRISTOCH Limited.
CHRISTOCH Limited is a little company into in-house building material. We started with phone accessories business. But as time goes on, we saw the need to change because of the fund. We have someone who can give us in-house building material products. When we sell, we'll make money, which is a better alternative to start. And we focused more on making sales, making sure that these products get to the final user in good condition, irrespective of where they are in Nigeria, and also make sure that we give our customers a very good experience about us. We do installations for our customers if they want to, because some of our customers, they have their own engineers that will take care of the installation in some cases. But in other cases, we do the installation to make sure that the products are well installed by the professionals who are knowledgeable in it, who knows in and out of the product. We have a lot of products we deal on. We have world-class WC sets here. Basically, there are two types of WCs available. One is symphonic, popularly known as X-Trap. The other one is washdown WC, popularly known as P-Trap. But they have different way of flushing out the fizzles. And we have also shower enclosure cubicle for bathing pleasure. We have power showers of different sizes, colors, and makes that is good and very, very good for bathing. We have bathroom mirrors and room mirrors as well. We have water heaters of different sizes, brands, and make. We have glass wash-hand dining basins that will be beside the dining table. We also have cabinet basins for your bathroom, wash-hand cabinet basins. Very good one of that matter, world-class ones that when you see them, you really love to buy them. We have different types of them, different colors, designs, double bowl, single bowl, marble top, and all that. We have basins tap and mixers, quality ones, outstanding ones that you really love to have in your home.
Aziz Alatoye is a senior partner, Ascension Consulting Services.
If you look at consulting firms, I think only very few, and individuals materially has properties that are for running consulting business based on rents, which I think is not probably quite good for consulting business because you will be under pressure, to keep on, charging higher, and then you also have to pay interest and all those kind of things. So, but if you are able to get your property, at least you have some level of control, over the fee aspect instead of not being able to serve. Especially there are some people who will do some pro bono too. You definitely would not want to do that in a rented apartment. So I feel very excited because our focus is to provide solution to the users who are able to pay, the required level of fees, as well as some people, for instance, the SMEs. Most of the SMEs, they call us on phone, they ask questions, the local governments, are challenging us. So we plead with those local government that, look, this is what the law says. And once they've complied with the law, you need to leave them and let them do their businesses, across the high profile, the middle, and then the low, profile. Is a thing that I had a dream for quite long, and I'm happy it's come true. Ascension Consulting Services, the philosophy of Ascension is actually to move from one ladder to another ladder, from one step to another step. And basically from Lagos, where we started, to Nigeria. Now we have office in Abuja, we have office in Port Harcourt, and to a global level. And the idea is really that I believe Nigeria should demonstrate that, look, things can also be done right in Nigeria. It shouldn't be the other way around, that we have firms coming from abroad and then, settle down in Nigeria, and then that's all we buy into. Nigeria should also be able to start business from Nigeria and take it to the global level. So that is the idea. That is the reasoning. And I know a host of other colleagues who are outside, they are really, challenged that, look, it's something we have to demonstrate. It's not only that Nigeria will be an importer of service, we also have to export. So that is the idea. It's not more than that, and we have to do it according to the rules and according to the standards. And that is why when you see the service of Ascension, probably find, difference between what Ascension is doing, or we even want to do better. Our services are actually integrated taxation services, and it starts from advisory. We advise our clients, that, look, this is the position of the law, and this is the practice of the tax authorities. These cases have been looked at in the past, and this is the position of the courts. So we believe that this is the current practice position that you should maintain. So once we do that for a client, they will know the right thing to do. We call all those ones advisory. Some people will call it tax planning. Tax planning is basically to look at the position of the law and do what the law says. Some people think tax planning is a negative thing. No, but people who do things wrongly, they use tax planning for them. No, that's not it. What is required of you is to look at the law and act in line with the law. So that is the first side of our practice here. The second one is tax compliance support. Compliance support includes provisioning and then filing of returns with the authorities. We help them to do the calculations, based on their financial statements, and then having done the tax computation, send it to the company. They see that it's okay, it's fine. Then we file it with the tax authorities. So, and it ends there by processing the tax clearance certificate for them. That cycle is tax compliance service. Number 3 is that we take a step to defend them when there is a tax audit and tax investigation. So we call that one tax defense. Various government approval, we do that, as well as training under people's services.
Augustine Ebose is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anchor Insurance Company.
Well, I started my career, my insurance career with Alliance and General Insurance, A&G, sometimes in 2002, where I work as an admin officer, but desire to do things differently. That tenacity of trying to grow very quickly pushed me to marketing department. I requested that I should be transferred to marketing department, which I did. I was transferred to market department the following year. That's where my career started in earnest. One of the strong vision and mission of the company is to be one of the most preferred innovative and preferred insurance company in Nigeria. That vision we try to pursue. That we came out with the third-party online read time. We started that program. I also come out with the loss of employment, we call Anchor Lewis, which is first of its kind in this country. And we've also come out with Aspire, a policy that we ran for so many times that gives support to those who have had issues with their investment policies. It's something like a win-win situation where you have issues, you can dip your hand and say, look, like an investment aspect where you have a cover and you also have investment attachment to it. So many other things are doing. And right now, we also have something on the pipeline that is coming up forward that this industry will also look at and say, kudos to Anchor. Our services is unique based on our prompt service delivery, prompt response to claims payment, a valid claim as the case may be. Insurance, we not say we don't have argument here and there, but some of those things we try to look at their merit and the merit when the rules are followed and when the rules are followed. And sometimes we have to also educate our clients. In some of the claims they also made, if these things were not properly done. For example, if you have not paid your premium, and when you now have a claim, you rush to pay your premium for such a thing, we don't entertain it. That's why we say valid claim. Then what we try to do differently is also make sure that our client who does business with us doesn't have regret doing so. Because what the best marketing sales point is when you actually have referral from your client that deals with you and they are happy. They also want to extend such a gesture to other persons to say, deal with Anchor. And that's what we'll be doing and that's what we'll continue to do here. The core value, not that what we preach, what we try to do here and what we continue to do is punctuality, response to our main objective is to do insurance with ease. Our IT services, paying claims when due, putting our client first. I think that is our main core value. Our client, our client, our client. The rules of insurance in any economy is to indemnify in case of eventuality. I think that the insurance company in Nigeria, for those who have been around us, has enjoyed that benefit. And insurance is something everyone needs. But the awareness in this country, people prefer to spend money doing other things than even insuring their vehicle until they have such accident. They don't even know it works. And the awareness and the economy itself is not encouraging where you have the average population of the country are not employed. If you are not employed, you cannot talk about insurance. So it's something that the enabling environment, the government needs to give that enabling environment for insurance people to thrive. But for those who take insurance, insurance is sacrosanct. It's something everyone needs. Your children endowment, your vehicle, your every other thing, your building, even the public building act that has been promulgated, the legislative part of it has not been done by the government. So the insurance industry or the National Insurance Commission cannot do this alone. Enforcement has to come from the government to ensure some of these things are done. For example, if you want to do anything with the massa, and you don't have the PENCOM or whatever, some other policy, you don't like to take it. Insurance should also be enforced to say, look, any business you want to do, you do not have insurance policy in place. You should not, that should be a requirement. And insurance will do it, and it will become a part of us. For every country to progress in this world, we need insurance. If you go to a past developed country in the world like Europe and America, their mainstay, insurance owns the economy. Because when you have losses, it's only insurance that can bring that support to you. Entirely, the insurance company, as it stated, has contributed about 0.9% to the GDP, as it is said. So if you are taking that as a global view, then Anchor Insurance, a microcosm of the insurance industry, barely is, as of this year, is about 3.5 billion in terms of premium income. So if you look at that generation, you'll find out that this and this, which I cannot give you directly as but you see, we have made our own little contribution our own way, especially in some of the innovations, not in terms of only premium income generated, but in terms of the awareness we have also created in the industry, in terms of doing motor vehicle real-time. These are contributions. Loss of employment, people who have lost their job are made to smile before they get another job. It's something we have brought in. In fact, families are happy because of the commercial of Anchor, and that is what we continue to do here. Under the leadership of President Commissioner Insurance, Mohamed Kari, the insurance industry has fared well, especially in the area of no premium, no cover. Before now, the government agencies do not pay premium. They just take premium and the budget and they take it away. But now it is not like that. So that was one of the strongest and the most innovative influence it brought to bear in terms of people not take insurance and pay premium. That's what was not done in many, many years. And he has also been able to pursue the local content arts vigorously in terms of not just outlay. And that's a part of the commission he was also trying to bring in. So for me, and also personally for me, I became imagine that under his stewardship. So there's no administration that would have been better than his own administration in terms of both personal and for anchor insurance, and the insurance industry will thrive more. We will not say it has done everything 100%. There's room for improvement, and some of those things will also come on. Let us see how he ends it. But I'm very sure the history will not forget him in a hurry.
This is an amazing job opening. Media, television, marketing. A university or polytechnic degree in marketing or mass communications. XNYC. Good looks. Good spoken English. Marketing experience. Between 22 and 40 years old. 5 feet 9 inches tall or more. 250,000 naira per month. A car and a driver. If the cap fits, then send your CV to eombusinessnk@yahoo.com. And that's about it on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for expending your precious time with us. We do not take it for granted. We only hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com and any of our other social portals, as you can see on the screen. Our sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moare, wishing you the very best of the year 2019. Same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.